Welcome back, guys. I'm Valen.
And I'm Theo.
And today we are reacting to the group SuperM.
Damn, finally. Super Monster. Is that what it stands for?
I don't want to say it.
Super Magnize?
It's
Super
just
what?
about
What does it stand
SM. You get me? It starts with S and
Wait.
then M.
Ah,
SM. But it's just Super M.
Now I get it. Oh,
Now you get it.
yeah, my IQ has left the chat, but it makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
So I
That's
know,
what it is.
however, that Super M is essentially like the conversation went something like this inside of SM. So we got all of these dudes that are like mega popular within all of our groups. Why don't we put them all into one group and then just make music like that?
Why not?
Why don't we just do it? It'll
Let's
be
do it.
funny and overpowered, and let's just do it. And they did it. And that's
did
Super
it.
M. It has Baekhyun. It has Taemin. It has who?
So it has Lucas from NCT, Taemin from SHinee, Baekhyun from EXO, Mark Lee from NCT, Taeyoung from NCT, Tan from NCT, and Kai from EXO.
Okay.
There's so many NCT members.
So it's essentially a collab
Wow.
between EXO and NCT plus Taemin.
Plus Taemin.
I mean, look, I don't really blame SM for adding so many NCT members because NCT, there's just so many dudes.
There's so many.
Like it's half the Korean population is in NCT.
Exactly.
If you are photogenic and you know how to sing, you're basically gonna be in NCT. I like seriously, what the heck? So I mean,
exactly.
that makes sense. And then we got some of the most recognizable faces from EXO, and then Taemin.
And then Taemin.
Taemin is just like representing in there.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Taemin
Like
is awesome. I love him. For
true.
Sure.
I mean, dude, that man is a creative powerhouse.
He is.
In and of itself, you cannot get around
For
that.
sure,
So
yes.
it'll be really interesting to see what they'll be doing with the strangely titled song "Jobbing."
Jopping.
What is Jobbing? Sounds like some millennial like saying about something. I don't know what.
Yeah, it sounds very millennial.
It does.
Definitely.
It
Or
gives
Gen
me
Z.
yeah, extreme 2015 internet term. That's what this
We'll
reminds
find
me.
out.
But before we begin, make sure to like the video if you enjoy our content and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of dear old Valen and Theo. And very lastly, make sure to head on over to Patreon and check out all our NCT content over there, all our EXO content over there, and all our SHinee content over there. We're basically a channel made for Super M.
Yeah.
Like, because we cover so much NCT both here on YouTube and over on Patreon. We cover so much EXO both here on YouTube and over on Patreon. And we cover so much SHinee both here on YouTube and over on Patreon.
Exactly. We love
Because
the three groups.
those three groups just have so much talent and
They
so
do.
much good music.
They do.
We got album reaction and reviews over on Patreon. We're doing variety content, and we got so many concert performances from all three groups over on Patreon as well. And we got so many concert performances over on Patreon from both NCT, EXO, and SHinee. And we got live performances over there. We got encores and so much more content from all three groups is also available over on Patreon. And there's new NCT content, new SHinee content, and new EXO content coming out over on Patreon literally every single week. So if you want to check out all of that content, then make sure to head on over to Patreon. That's also the best way to support the channel, since we wouldn't be able to do any of this content without all of our amazing supporters over on Patreon. Nonetheless, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Super M, Jobbing.
Jopping. Okay, guys, let's do it.
Let's
One,
do
two,
it.
three. Let's go.
Oh, 2019.
Oh.
SM has kidnapped the Roman Colosseum. With the help of these known South Korean criminals, including Kai and Taemin. And Lucas.
This looks like a Fast and Furious movie.
Definitely getting the vibe.
Ooh.
I need to see a Super M concert.
Bro, this is epic.
Okay, until now, they've definitely been hyping this up. Like, this
This
is the
epic.
performance of the century. That seems like what they're going for. And I get it. Because at the end of the day, these are so big names, and they know it. You can just, like, see and hear in this performance that, okay, the kings are coming. You know, like you can hear like the stadium claps.
Exactly.
And just, yeah, they're building up to something.
Man, I'm so hyped.
Put your hands in the air, let me see you bounce. To the left, to the right, step and round.
And of course, Kai is the center. Even in between all of these crazy, like, talented people, he's the center.
What is it with SM and Kai? They have a
He is the center of
the
SM,
creative
quite
team
literally.
over at SM themselves must have a collective crush on Kai. Dead serious. Like there's just someone there who's like, oh, but Kai's there. Oh, get him in the center. Get the man in the center. What are you doing over there, Kai? Get in the center.
Why not?
Get in the center.
Why not?
A lot of pressure though.
Yeah. Jopping and popping.
Ah,
Jumping and
we
popping.
jopping.
Jopping. It's an invented word.
I had imagined that jobbing is like when you work two jobs at the same time, but neither job knows or something. That you're like working two jobs
That
at
is
the
jobbing.
same time.
This is jobbing.
I thought that was jobbing.
No.
Okay.
This is epic.
Chopping.
Sounds like one of those TikTok edits.
I get it.
Dropping, how we get down.
Chopping.
How we get down.
Chopping.
Jumping and popping, we chopping.
Step with the flow. We're the competition, ready looking one-sided. Up like a 747 with the flyers. Step in, so let me start, you should try it. Song 시작해, make it last. Front and back, yeah,
Give me that.
The roof's on fire, let it burn to an ash. We gon' keep it dropping till the DJ bring it back down.
날아봐 like a paraglide. 나타나 in a paraslide. 떠나자 to paradise. Come ahead to a better life. Gotta move, what's your money monsoon?
Okay, you guys are hearing it too. Like the actual production here sounds straight out of like one of those early 2020 TikTok edits. With like some like Japanese, no, with like some Chinese woman like walking down the street. You get me? In like
you're
slow
right.
motion.
The production-
And they're like mad tall because of like the editing. The editing has just turned them into Slender Man.
Bro, you
get
are
me?
right.
And then like the music sounds just like this. The music sounds just
the production,
like this.
you're right.
Yeah. Doom 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 doom
But this is the era. This is like 2000 and what?
This is late 2019.
19. Okay,
So there you go. It's that era. This is the era.
Wow.
날아봐 like a paraglide. 나타나 in a paraslide.
It does.
Paradise. Come ahead to a better life. Gotta move, what's your money monsoon? Make the crowd go wild in a small room. Let me see you put it on like a costume. 어디까지
I mean, it makes sense. It's the era, literally.
Move it, keep it going, don't stop. It's in your nature, 말해, girl, what you want. 춤을 춰봐. We go on and on, jumping like that's all you want. Don't stop letting it go, cause you got that glow. You know how we get down, jumping, how we get down, jumping, how we get down. Cause when we jumping and popping, we chopping. I don't even care, 여기 눈을 태운 stage.
This is so. I like this actually.
It's honestly,
This
it's
is-
so this era.
This is a banger.
But it's a great representative of that era too.
This is a banger.
Chopping and popping, we
You think you're big ball, throwing 3 stacks. I'ma show you how to ball, you a mismatch. Opinionated, but I'm always spitting straight facts. Don't back, I'ma throw this on an 8-track. Me, I got my side to see. Exciting, go and drop the beat. We gotta drop in the body, don't stop. 주차를 기자부터 시작이니까.
이곳이 파티인데 바삐
and it's obviously recorded in Dubai. I feel like that seems pretty obvious. Yeah, with the
probably.
skyline here in the back. I think it's the
Yeah,
Burj
right.
Khalifa is like the mega tall
And they
building.
were in the desert a lot. Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be there.
기자부터 시작이니까.
Yeah, it's the Burj Khalifa in the back.
Yeah.
It's definitely Dubai.
We'll keep it jumping and popping here all night. Jump to the front if you want it. Hands up to the radio. Don't stop letting it go. Like you don't care. I don't even care. Left to the right, we gon' make it bang.
It's also, you can just see like, it's supposed to be so epic because they
Exactly.
know that they are so big.
Exactly.
모두 힐대서 틀을 벗어난 하나 된 신세계 펼쳐 Play the music loud 사랑해 cause tonight's gonna set you free I don't even care 여기 우리 둘 left to the right we gon' make it It's our passion
Let's go.
Cause when we jump in, it's poppin', we choppin'. Cause when we jump in, it's poppin', we choppin'.
Bruh.
Crazy.
This was a journey.
This was I would say quintessentially 2019 to 2020 in terms of the production. Like who
Definitely.
cannot say that they're like on TikTok, like that you haven't heard a beat that sounds almost identical to this.
Yeah.
So I mean, it really encapsulates an era in many
era.
ways. Also, this is when most of these people were also at the absolute top of their game.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Taemin honestly has had like a second renaissance.
Yeah.
You get me? He's been having a lot of success lately. But like in general, you know, like all of these guys, they were like at the top of the world
Exactly.
around like 2019, right? So just like seeing them all together performing
epic.
one piece of content is really cool.
It is really cool.
And that's only something you can do when you have a label like SM with so many
Exactly.
different artists
Exactly.
and like the ability to really bring them all together.
No,
Have they
this
ever
is
like
crazy.
do you guys know if they've ever like performed like a live concert, Super M?
Probably.
That would be too cool.
Wow, we want to check
Like
that
a
out so
Super
bad.
M concert.
Because they obviously will do good.
Uh-huh.
Like, come on, they're so talented, all of them.
Musically, I feel like this song is kind of homeless in probably like SHinee and EXO's discography. I feel like it would fit much better in
NCT.
NCT's
100%.
Discography.
This will fit more
Yes.
NCT than EXO. EXO will never do something
No,
like this.
no,
Or SHinee.
And I mean, it is also more of an NCT song at the
It
end of the
is.
day
There's
because
so
there are
many.
just more NCT members. Over
Exactly.
50% of everyone involved in the song are from NCT.
NCT,
So it does also make sense
And
that
it's more like
that's
new,
what it sounds like.
more new of that era, and that
Sure.
was the era of two of NCT.
Sure.
So yeah, they were just making a different song.
Yes.
But they have more music though. They
But I
have
would
other
say
songs.
Super M for me, Jobbing Here by Super M, more strikes me as almost like an NCT song where some members from SHinee and EXO came to collab
Mm-hmm.
than anything else.
Well, for me, it's just like in
Uh-huh.
a way, it's very NCT, of course.
Yes, I would say it's very
But
NCT.
I will say that I don't know. I think that just the producers, whoever produced this song, was more like towards that type of genre.
Sure, sure.
And that's just what came out.
Sure, they're aiming for something that's very contemporary at the end
To
of the
the
day.
time,
Yes,
exactly.
and EXO kind of, and also SHinee kind of found a lot of their genre elements at another
Another
era,
era,
essentially.
100%,
So
yes.
what they will make will inevitably have some sort of genre influences of things that aren't necessarily the most contemporary thing to bring into your music, which is again like this very hard sort of plug sound that we're hearing underneath it with doom 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 doom
Exactly,
doom.
exactly.
Like that we wouldn't necessarily hear. Generally, like just the vibe
The
itself
vibe.
of the song also we wouldn't hear. I would say this is this for me seems like an NCT song.
Definitely.
You
yes.
get me?
NCT could do it easily.
Yes.
But EXO or SHinee, no.
No.
That's for sure.
It
Yes.
would
I agree with that.
It would be very surprising
It would be very surprising.
for them to do.
For sure. Yes.
But other than that, definitely a very fun sort of just collab, just to see
This
them
was
all
so fun.
in the same universe.
This was insane.
They all do exist in the same universe,
This was
apparently. It's been
hilarious.
confirmed.
It's been
the,
confirmed.
The lore has been confirmed.
Yes.
SHinee is alive in NCT and EXO's universe.
This is so
That's
fun.
crazy.
I love
Super
it.
cool.
I love this. Is hilarious. It was
Very
so
fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. Anyhow, everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoy our content. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of us. And lastly, make sure to sure to head on over to Patreon and check out all our SHinee content over there, all our NCT content over there, and also all our EXO content over on Patreon. We have so much content from all free groups over on Patreon, and there's new content coming out over on Patreon from all free groups every single week. So if that's something you want to check out, then make sure to head on over to Patreon. And if nothing else, thanks so much for watching our reaction and review of SuperM Jopping.
Jopping.
I'm gonna be jobbing out of here, so see you guys.
Jumping and popping.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye guys. Take care.
Bye guys. Take care.